Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday morning. It's a lovely morning. It's 7:15. I'm always an early riser. I have to get out early because of my job, so I was awake at 5:30 this morning. So yeah, thought I'd do a little video for you on a Friday. Lovely Friday morning. Meant to be 27 degrees today. Happy days, isn't it? So yeah, a few things been going on this week. I've had my other cortisone injection in my shoulder, and oh, it's killing me, absolutely killing me. When I first had it done, I don't know if anybody's had one of these done. When they first do it, it's just such a horrible feeling, like someone's injecting something horrible into you. It's just horrible, and the doctor said it's going to take between a month and 2 months to work, and so I'm just going to be disabled again for another month or two, but never mind. So yeah, a few things been going on this week. I've had the Raleigh strika. I've given it a good old clean up and it's come up really well. I've got the fizzy out again, might be able to see it behind me. I've got the red chopper out again. But yes, I've got a new project to show you. I think it's going to be a good one. I might keep it original paint. We'll see. You're seeing it as I bought it, although I've been tinkering around with it because I couldn't keep my hands off it. The gear lever, the gear selector, that was all seized. I've unseized it. The stand was seized. I've unseized it. And the crank was absolutely seized, so I've unseized that as well. It's in quite a bad way, but it's really got good potential. So yeah, so I'll just spin you around and we go through them, and then we will I'll show you around this new project, and I can't wait to show you, really. Right, so I'll spin you around and we'll get on with it. Very much. Right, so yeah, the red chopper's out again. I just love these chopper bikes. I used to really hate these chopper bikes because when I first started my channel off, really, it was just grifter channel. And then I had a subscriber called Dealer Mike. I used to watch his channel. He started doing choppers, and gradually I fell in love with the old choppers. So Mike, it's all your fault. And yeah, I can't get enough of them now. The old choppers, I love them. They're just such a cult status bike, aren't they? So yeah, the old fizzy out again in the sunshine. Look at it shine, look at it. It's a lovely bike. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed I only got 3 votes on the old gear shifter. I was expecting a bit more than that, but never mind. So anyone that's missed it, I had a vote last week on the reveal. Should I keep this gear shifter yellow or change it back to original red? Let me know, yeah? So yeah, I absolutely love that bike. Well, I love all my bikes, really. But you've got to have a couple of favourites, haven't you? So I'm hoping the new project, I mean, if the paintwork, isn't good enough, it's going for a respray. And I'm thinking of doing it. Oh, Norman's getting in on the action. Norman! Good morning, Norman. Where have you sprung from? Norman the cat. Norman the cat. He loves the sunshine, he does. Don't you? Hey! Hey! You're getting in on the action? Hey? Yeah, why not? Now look, I'm trying to make a video here. Right, sorry about that. Right, the strika. There you go. Oh, he's having the right go on the grass, look. He's an handsome boy, isn't he? Right, so, yeah, the striker. So I've cleaned it up. I've had the wheels off. I've had the mud guards off. It's had what I would call a refresh or a refurbishment. I haven't actually stripped it completely down. I've just had the wheels off. I've had the mud guards off. I've had that pad off at the front there. That's all been cleaned up. It was quite bad, and yeah, so I've given it a bit of paint here and there, but it didn't really need much. I sanded back the mud guards on it, masked off the decals, and resprayed them because they was quite bad. Surface rust on the mud guards. So yeah, I'm well pleased with it, the way it's come out, you know, compared to what it was. I mean, not a lot of people are into these bikes, but I just thought, you know, for 20 quid, I thought, yeah. And that saddle, you know, it's like a one owner, it is a one owner bike, this. And yeah, it's absolutely, I think it's one of the best I've ever seen. Yeah, I'll just show you it, look. It's come up lovely. So I've shined up all the spokes and done the chrome work. I mean, the decal's a bit faded on that side for some reason, I don't know why, but yeah, even that red thing there, I've cleaned that all up. And yeah, so well pleased with that. So that won't be going anywhere. I'll be keeping hold of that. I mean, yeah, to the right person, that could be a £200 bike as far as I'm concerned, in that condition, you know. It was only because it was dusty and dirty that, you know, it didn't look much, you know. The bloke was moving, he just wanted to get rid of it, so yeah, I just got it at a bargain price. So yeah, so here we come now to the new projects. So I'll just walk you past these two again. So yeah, just a recap for anyone that hasn't watched the video on the red chopper. I did buy that chopper. It was complete. It was a runner and rider, and but the paintwork was quite bad on it. It was chipped, and I tried to, you know, I tried different things with the paintwork to try to keep it original, but in the end I resprayed it, and that's the result of that one. The fizzy was just a frame. If you go back in the videos, you'll see it was just a frame. It was like a horrible grey silver colour. So yeah, that's been built back up from a frame. The striker was complete. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this. So we'll move along. So here is the latest project. So we've got another Mark II. It's right, it's sort of complete. I thought it was a lot older than what it was. It's a 1980 bike. I thought it was a lot, I'll just give you a walk round it anyway. I thought it was a lot earlier than a 1980 bike. Now, these handlebars here, they're not Mark II. Mike, you've got a Mark 1. So are these Mark 1 handlebars? Can you tell me? Now look, I'll give you a quick close-up of them. I mean, there is a name there that I haven't noticed before. So that might give me a clue to what they are. So yeah, I'll give you a quick walk round and then we will go through what, in my opinion, needs to be done, basically. So yeah, this, you know, this is I think it's a 0980, which I thought it was a lot older, to be honest. I mean, all the important bits are there, the seats there, the gear consoles there. The two most expensive things on these, if you're doing one of these up, is the gear console with the gear shifter and the seat, basically. The seat's very crunchy. I've recovered one of these before, so it's not a problem. I can do that. The reason why I thought this bike was earlier, you see that sticker under there? Now, I've never seen that sticker. I don't know whether it's one they've brought out, a newer one they've brought out, you know, and some graffiti there. It looks like someone called Sadie owned this bike with a series of numbers there, I don't know. So, yeah, so I'll just run you through. Right, so the gear selector was seized. I'll give you another look at them handlebars, mate. Are these Mark 1 or they're not Mark 1? I don't mind changing them if they're, you know, they're not original or Mark 2s or whatever. So yeah, this gear selector was seized. Now it works perfectly. Underneath these, you know, for the people that don't know, underneath these gear consoles there is one screw that holds this on. Yeah, and it took me 3 days for WD-40 to get it off, get the screw out, basically, to remove this console, because I wasn't sure if it was complete under there. Yeah, so all that's wrong with this console is there is a little plastic tab that's missing on top of there. But what generally happens is there's so much hassle trying to get them out, people just put a screw in. I mean, the one on the red Mark 2, that's got a screw in it. So when you operate this, there's meant to be a little tab there that goes through this cutout bit that moves the slider. Yeah, so people, instead of replacing the gear piston, it's called, they just put a screw in it. See, everything works, but it didn't when I first got it. So it just needs an orange sticker on there to show you what gear you're in. The console itself is in quite a bad way. It's got a few cracks in it, but it's complete, and I've got a new decal for it anyway, so, which I got for nothing. So yeah, right, so that's that. The front wheel and tyre are shot, so I'll have to get hold of one of them, but at least it's got original R nuts on it. The front brake as well is shot. I think I will be able to do something with that front mudguard, because that don't look too bad. So yeah, the crank itself was seized, and that moves now, so that's a good result with that. So if you've got a seized crank, you turn the bike on its side, where the release collar is there, what you do, you get some WD-40 and you just keep spraying it, and where it's on, the bike's on its side, it just, the WD-40 goes in that little gap in there. And what I was doing, it took me the space of about 2 hours. So you spray the WD-40 in, try to move it a little bit, and if you move it a little bit, you put some more WD-40 in and try and move it, and then gradually it starts moving and moving and moving. But the most important thing is, don't force it. Yeah, just take your time with it and you'll get it moving. So that's that. The seat is crunchy, like I said, but it's complete. The lucky thing with this is the stem is right low in the bike, so I'm hoping when I pull that out it will be nice and shiny. The city bar is stuck as well as that's stuck as well, but yeah, should be able to get them out. I think the rear bumper on this, I keep calling them rear bumpers, right, the rear mudguard on this I think is shot as well. But I'm not really bothered about that when you can buy a brand new one for 25 quid from Raleigh, as is the rear rack. I think that's shot as well. But you know, we'll have a go at cleaning that up and see what happens. The pedals, you know, they're seized as well, they're not moving. But I'm not really bothered about that either, because I've got them brand new Mark IV ones. So yeah, that's fine. The surprisingly, the back wheel took air and that stayed up. And as you can see by the state of the back wheel, I think that's beyond even my capability. You know, it's quite rusty, and I think, you know, that's shot as well. So yeah, the on the hub, as you people don't know this, but that little thing there, you pop that off and you pour oil into that. So I poured loads of oil into it. The gear actual thing, the toggle chain that goes inside the for the gears, that's actually all seized inside. So basically the back wheel is shot as well, but that's not a problem. The seat, original fairy lights, reflector. Obviously I'll have to buy a new water slide thingamajig and a decal. The chain protector, sorry, the spoke protector is alright. I mean, it's a bit dented here and there, but I'll be able to sort that out. So yeah, I think the back wheel's shot. The crank might come around, we'll see. Rear mudguard might come around. Yeah, so it's one of them, isn't it? I think this is the worst one that I've had, but it's a challenge. But the paintwork, it's not bad, you know. So I'm hoping on the strip down on this bike, I'll clean this paintwork up and it's not too bad, so I ain't got to respray it. Because this has got to be the last, one of the last Mark II infrareds, haven't it? Because they started bringing the black one out in the 80s, didn't they? So I don't know really, and the black one's the last of them, I do remember. I think I remember. So yeah, this might be quite a rare bike, and yeah, so you can see the paintwork is, no, I mean, it's a bit bad round there, but we could touch that up. It all depends what it cleans up like, you know. Yeah, so the back brake I do believe is shot as well, but we'll see. I've got all these parts anyway. I've got the brakes, I've got the cables. I can easily recover the seat. I'm waiting to see what the paintwork comes up like, because if I don't respray it, I'm buying Not such a good seat cover, but if it comes up nice and I respray it, I'm going to buy the really expensive seat cover for it, you know, and do a good job on it. So yeah, we need front brake, back brake, which I've got. We need a rack, which I can get if that one don't clean up. We need a front wheel for sure. I can get a tyre for it, no problem. So here's what I'm thinking with this. Right, so you just spin your back round. Here's what I'm thinking with that bike. If it cleans up fine and I don't respray it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the rear wheel off the fizzy, put that on it, and then I'm going to buy another wheel for the fizzy, so like, you know, it looks better, you know, because I want to get a nice one for that anyway, because that fizzy one was only temporary, because it's rusty in about a quarter of the wheel, isn't it? So I was going to do that. If it doesn't clean up so nice, it's going to be a full resto. One of my subscribers, Jess, said copper chopper. I have seen a brown chopper before. Yes, well, you never know, do you? Anyway, hi, how you doing, Jess? So yeah, my plan is, if this bike doesn't clean up very well, I'm going to do it that silver colour. I think it's called Quicksilver, so I like that colour. So yeah, this bike could be Quicksilver. So we'll wait and see what happens once it's all stripped down. You know, I'm in no hurry, so I can't be anyway with my disablement. So I'm going to strip it down, assess all the parts, see what I need. I know I need front and rear brakes, front wheel, front tyre, and maybe the handlebars. I'm not sure what them handlebars are off of. So I'll just spin you back round anyway. But it's going to be, you know, if it needs a respray, if I think there's no saving the paintwork. I mean, I could save the paintwork and then put new decals on it, but we'll see once it's all cleaned up, you know. I think I'll clean the paintwork up first before I strip it down, you know, so we can assess then if it's any good. And yeah, but I really wanted a Quicksilver one, so yeah, maybe not this one, but we'll see, you know what I mean. So I'll spin you back round for a last little look at it, and yeah, give us your opinion on it, you know. I mean, the seat is easy to do, so I've done a seat before. I've done a seat on the red chopper. I've done that seat on there. I think it looks a lot worse than what it is, you know. Oh, it needs yeah, I forgot to mention, it needs sissy bar